We are visiting our Norwegian friends, the Haugens. They have an interesting history. They are descendants of an ancient Viking king. We have just come from Oslo and we are now in Sandefjord. This magnificent sculpture in the middle of town depicts the ancient whaling days. They faced the dangers of the Arctic Sea to catch these huge, beautiful mammals. The Vikings went to sea in their frail crafts with their very primitive gear and battled with these huge whales to make a living and survive. We were invited to morning tea with Britt Haugen, Thor Espen's mum, but we forgot the cake, so it was ice cream and coffee, and we were very late, but it was such a delightful experience. Hello, how are you today? I hear there is a bit of history that I would like to hear about. So would you tell me a little bit about the beginning of the Viking ship that is now in the museum, the Viking Museum?
Yes. That's the ship's name is Gokstad, and it's from the Viking Age, and it was owned by a man with the name Olav Geirastadal, and he was one of the Viking kings. And he is buried in the ship.
They buried him in the ship?
Yes, together with what he owned. A lot of jewelry.
So it is a burial mound?
Yes.
Yes.
And this burial is still at that place, but not, they take out the ship, but the burial is at the same place. And my grandfather was the first one to open it up.
Did he know it was there, or did he accidentally find it?
They know it was there because there have been someone who robbed it many years earlier, so the jewelry was gone far ahead. So they know there was something, and they know that it was from the Viking Age, but they needed to take it out. So they opened up and start to look at it and close it because they didn't have the technology to take it out. Then
this is in your grandfather's age?
Grandfather's age.
Yes. Okay, what happened then? Did they just rebury it, did they?
Yes, they reburied it, and the next time we open it is open...
It's the next generation?
Yeah, with the next generation. So my grandfather was working to take it out, and they take it to the Viking Museum.
I see.
Because then they have necessary technology to take care of it and conserve it the right way, because it had been lying in the ground for several hundred years.
Was there still a body in it?
Yes, and the body is not following the ship, so the body is still in the box, put it back in at
the original burial site.
Yes.
Does this property still belong to your family?
No, it's the property belongs to the land, Norway. So it's a part of the Norwegian.
It's now a government.
Yeah, so the government is deciding what's going on. And 2 years ago they opened it again. So then it was my mother and my uncle was there, and then they took the DNA of Olav Geirastadal to find out everything. Yes, go back on that.
And the results?
I don't know the results. They just confirmed that the time was right and everything, and it's a part of the story. But the main thing is also that Olav Geirastadal, he is a brother of an other king of Norway.
I see.
And that other king, Olav, his name was Harald. Haraldsson. And his son, he ended up as the first common king for all Norway in the Viking Age.
What a wonderful heritage you have. That's wonderful. Thank you very much indeed. Britt invited us into her home and showed us photos of the farmhouse in winter, and she showed us her early photos of her wedding day. We then visited the burial mound and heard more of their ancient, fascinating history. Going to tell me about the mound that is over here.
Yes. That's a part of the farm from my grandparents, and that's where you have the Gokstad ship founded. And now it's only a burial for the king who had the boat. Olav Geirasdal, he's still inside there. And this area have been bigger than earlier, so it's more space to tell the story and to make it the right way with all necessary information. But this have been here for the third generation, looks like it is more or less now.
This Viking history has been placed in the burial monument for all the world to see and read about. We then visited the museum to hear more of this ancient Viking history. After the museum, Espen took us to a sculpture-filled garden which overlooks the whole of Sandefjord. As we wandered through the gardens, Espen told us a story about the founder of these wonderful gardens.
Outside the town hall, and he had a suitcase, and everybody wondered if it's filled up with money.
Nobody found out.
No, nobody have opened it, so you never know. But his story was simple. It was no need to give all the taxes to the council, because he was not able to build a good town hall, so he built it instead and said, that's what I paid for. I do it myself.
What is the name of this town?
Anders, the town's name is Sandefjord, and the guy who built the town hall and the hotel and have this place is Anders Jare.
Vikingfoss er det tatt over, og vi holder på å bestemme.
After our huge informative day, we returned to the Haugens' new home by the sea. Noel and I have loved staying with you and your wonderful family, Espen. Thank you